They say that in the arts, the best way to learn is by doing. And that's why I love to see my students out in the field working on real-world productions. I teach digital filmmaking and video production at the Art Institute of Seattle. And like most of the instructors here, I also have a career in my field outside of teaching. And that gives me lots of opportunities to invite students to come along with me as I go out on professional video shoots. In the summer and fall of 2010, students worked with me on an exciting project, producing a documentary about the history of the Port of Seattle.
It's important for us to care about the Port of Seattle because it is such a presence in our local history.
We started out by interviewing local historians and other people like this retired airline pilot who told us stories about the early days of Seattle-Tacoma International Airport.
When they first moved out here, United and Western had little Quonset huts right down here, just about where we are now.
We also went out on several boat trips. This student from Hawaii helped me shoot footage of an old steamboat that still runs on Lake Union and Lake Washington. And this student from Vietnam braved some pretty rough water to help me get shots of Native Americans exercising their tribal fishing rights right in the heart of Seattle's busy cargo port.
What you doing?
We're setting up an ambush for a train.
Our biggest expedition was a 2-day trip to the foothills of Mount Rainier, where we chased an old steam train around through the woods and fields.
This is our weapon, so you got your own weapon. Just point it to the train, shoot it.
We also shot 2 costumed reenactments. The first one showed early settlers exploring Seattle Harbor in an Indian canoe. 2 students shot from a boat, while another one shot alongside me from shore. We shot the canoe against the modern background of Seattle Harbor, but then, through the magic of digital editing, we were able to bring in a virgin forest and recreate what Seattle Harbor might have looked like 150 years ago. Okay, here we go, and action! The second reenactment showed Seattle voters going to the polls in 1911, when they approved the creation of the municipal port authority that runs the port today. This shoot was a lot of fun, and an Eastern European student of mine volunteered to play a Keystone Cop kind of character. I ended up using several shots by the students in the finished documentary, and of course, they all got their names in the credits. It's being shown on several local TV stations, so it's a great item for students to put on their resumes. I found it really energizing to have students on the shoots with me, and they all said they had fun and found it educational. So I plan to do this more in the future. It's great to work and learn together.